But like we do with every episode, we're opening it up with the Get It Off Your Chest segment. And, you know, for those that have watched my show, you know, we talk football and things like that, but you also know that this show is a safe space for women, especially Black women. And for those that aren't aware, Black women basically make up a lot of the WNBA. And I've kind of been hanging on to what I wanted to say, maybe giving a particular person a good bit of time, maybe to come around and understand the gravity of what he's saying, but that never happened. That particular gentleman, I will say, you know, I respect his grind. Definitely, he's done a lot of different things, and you know, he has definitely done well for himself. But in this instance, we gotta talk about it. That'd be Mr. Stephen A. Smith. Now, I have sat back and looked and watched the all the different coverage he has brought to the WNBA in terms of the last couple weeks. Now, Monica McNutt was absolutely 100% correct in saying he could have been doing some of this stuff 3 years ago, because now he just pops up on the scene and it sounds like it just does not sound good. Now, the most recent thing is talking about the WNBA and the Olympics. Of course, like we all know, Caitlin Clark did not make the Olympic team. Okay, it happened. Got it. But Stephen A. and Shannon go on First Take and start talking about, well, business wise and marketing wise, she should have made the team and all those different things, whatever. And you also have to understand the Olympics pretty much market themselves. So basically, you don't need her there for marketing to watch a team that everybody already watches. So you can throw that point, take that point, and throw it out the window, Stephen A. There we go. Secondly, do you realize, Stephen A., that she has not had any practices with the senior national team? Zero. Zero. As many practices as you, me, and anyone else that doesn't play WNBA basketball, Stephen A. So if you're throwing her on the team, a team that has not really even played with her, does that really make any sense? I mean, zero practices with her? Think about it. So that wouldn't make any sense either. And that would be pretty disrespectful to the women that have actually been dedicating themselves for over the last 3 years. Now, I'm not saying that's a fault of Caitlin that she didn't make or didn't play on any of those senior national practices or anything of that nature. Because one, she missed because she was in the Final Four. And I get it. But look at all the women that are on that roster. I mean, you've got plenty of talented women that are on that roster. I mean, led by Asia Wilson, who, you know, by the way, her great season that she is having this year is being overlooked because everyone's talking about this instead of talking about the entire WNBA, which is the issue that I have. Stephen A., if you're going to talk the WNBA, talk about the whole WNBA. Don't talk about a lightning rod topic just because you think it'll bring ratings. Do what you feel is best, which this isn't the best, to keep bringing this up over and over and over again. And, you know, if you really want to talk about somebody that potentially, you know, got snubbed, talk about Arike Ogunbowale from the Dallas Wings. She's a very talented player. Of course, you know, some people are trying to be dumb, talking about, well, isn't she not, she's not from America. Yes, she's born in the United States. So stop the foolishness. But I mean, she had a case. She's very, very good. There you go. Let's just say, we're not to say that Caitlin Clark isn't talented. She is, but it's just not her time yet. There's nothing wrong with that. She doesn't deserve a spot. She didn't earn the spot like the other people did. She's a talented player. Again, she is a talented player. Not saying she isn't. I'm not hating on Caitlin Clark, as people would probably post up and say. No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's not her time yet. It just isn't. It is what it is. That's it. And finally, Stephen A., please stop trying to tell women who cover the WNBA about the WNBA, because newsflash, they've been there longer than you have. Now, I get it. You're going to have your opinion, but sometimes it's good to be quiet and listen. Listen to the Monica McNutts, the Elle Duncans, the Shanae Ogumukes, the Andrea Carters that have been there and have been covering the WNBA and have been trying to tell you about the WNBA. It's good to listen sometimes and not talk. It really is. Because right now, honestly, Stephen A., you're sounding like a fan of Caitlin Clark, which there's nothing wrong with that. But you also have to draw that line to where you're actually a media member talking about the game too. So, I mean, again, respect Stephen A. I respect his grind, all the things he's done. But in this case, you just appear very, very wrong to me. That's just my thoughts. But I had to get that off my chest on the Get It Off Your Chest segment. Oh, and I'm gonna say also, go Sparks. I'm a Los Angeles Sparks fan. I am.